Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be playing a Microsoft-themed Clash Royale deck, and you may be asking what I mean by that. And I'm sure most people are aware of what the Microsoft logo looks like or what the Windows logo looks like. So we've just created that logo in Clash Royale, where each corner is a different color representing the logo. So we have red, green, blue, and then yellow, just like with the Microsoft logo. So that's what we're going to be playing today. And it seems like it should be a solid deck. Most of the theme decks that I build aren't very good, but this one actually looks solid because we do have Royal Giant, we do have Heal Spirit, which should go well with it. We also have a couple of air cards. We have a pretty heavy damage dealing card, a Swarm card, and then we have Goblin Curse and Zap, which is kind of a wild card if they have any Swarm units for either of these two cards. So this doesn't happen often, but I actually feel somewhat confident with the deck going into a battle. And the thought that I was having today is it's about the coworker that I used to have. We live in a different state now because I moved to Arizona, so obviously we don't see each other regularly now, but we're still good friends. We still keep up with each other every now and then. And he was a coworker at the car dealership that I worked for, and he was working really hard to move up. He was a pretty motivated guy, so he worked hard to study scripts, to be the best salesperson that he could be, and he was just a motivated individual, and it was something that he worked hard on. And as of right now, it's worked a little bit. I think he's gotten up to the assistant manager position, so his hard work is kind of being recognized. He hasn't succeeded quite as much as he's wanted to, but it seems like his efforts are at least paying off a little bit. But one of the thoughts that I was having as I kind of watched him try to set himself apart and work harder than everyone else. Hold on, let's see if we can activate King here. There we go. One of the things that I noticed is that even though he worked hard and sometimes came in on his days off and sometimes showed up a little bit early, he still did a lot of things that other coworkers did. Like he would still go out and take smoke breaks or vape breaks with everyone else. He would still drink. He would still use swear words pretty frequently in his language as well. And my thought was just, how are you gonna get ahead of everyone else if you're doing the exact same things that they are? And so that was just one of the thoughts that I was having is, he worked hard in a lot of ways. Really, was trying to set himself apart in that way, but he also still did a lot of things that other coworkers did, and I think that is something that people notice. I think that is something that not just bosses notice, but people in general notice. They notice little things, little actions that you do, the kind of language that you use. And I think it's fair to say that most people want to succeed and want to make a name for themselves and don't just want to be working an entry-level position. I think most people want to succeed and kind of make a name for themselves in whatever career they're pursuing. And I just think it might be hard to do that if you're doing the same things that everyone else does. So that's just one of the thoughts that I was having, and that's part of the reason why I act the way I do, why I don't swear, why I try to be the best person that I can be. I think part of that reason is because I was raised religiously and I was raised in the church, so I think that's part of the reason, but I also just think it's because, I want to be different from other people. Don't just want to be like everybody else. And I can't be different if I'm doing the same things that they are. I can't be different if I'm swearing just like everybody else is, and if I'm using substances just like everyone else. So that's something that I would encourage you guys to do. Maybe take a look at what you're doing in your life and see if there's something that you can change that might set yourself apart from other people, because I do think that's something that people notice. We don't have a very good answer for the pump here, so we'll just go, there we go, Royal Giant and Heal Spirit here to hopefully catch something. And let's actually try to focus for this last game and see if we can't win here, redeem ourselves from the last game. But I guess that's what I wanted to share today, was hopefully you guys can take a look at what you're doing and maybe make a small tweak. Don't do what everyone else is doing, because if you want to set yourself apart and you want to be different, then you're going to have to do something different. You can't just hope that you're going to be different. So let's go Royal Giant in the back here. I don't know why we put it in the lane that has more health, but we'll go Boss Bandit over here, and then he might go Skeletons or a Swarm card, so we'll go Curse, and that's fine as well. What is this deck? Okay, Monk Cycle. Alrighty. That'll heal up the Royal Giant and hopefully get a hit. Please don't tell me that... Okay, didn't get the Phoenix, which is good. That's not ideal, though. Let's just go Boss Bandit in the other lane, because he's spending so much over there. Is this guy just playing Monk Pump Cycle? This guy's playing even more gimmicky of a deck than I normally do. Yeah, I thought I was the one playing the theme joke decks, but this guy's just playing Monk Rocket. Alright, he's probably going to go Cannon, so we will go, yeah, I've never seen a deck like this. This is kind of he's probably going to rocket that, so we're going to go Phoenix over here, Curse for the Skeletons, hopefully. Hopefully we can win here. Okay. And it looks like we do. So that's good news. I want to see what that guy's deck was. It looked like it was just... Surely he didn't play all of his cards. I guess we'll take a look and find out. But, yeah, just Monk Mirror Rocket Cycle. Alright, well, interesting deck. Hope you guys learned something today, something valuable. If not, at least hopefully it entertained you for 9 minutes, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day today.